And we're live. Yee. And we're live. So here we are, welcome to OTA round 5 around Saudi Arabia tonight. Hopefully we'll have a good race tonight. Once everyone has loaded in, start with a short quali, 50% race after that. And we're underway for the quali session, 18 minutes of qualifying, set the grid for our race tonight. Looking at the driver standings before we get racing tonight, we've got Sam leading the way with 82 points, then next Josh behind him on 74 points, Kiwi's in third on 69 points but not racing tonight, so that gap could potentially grow to the leaders. And looking for the first car coming out of the grid, it's an Aston Martin, either Bogdan or JRJ26 tonight. Looking further down the standings, we've got Casey in 5th on 28 points, the Extremist in 6th on 22 points. Could be looking to climb a few places tonight with Spencer, the reserve, not racing, so he could get jumped. As we're on board now with Chrissy MC leaving the garage now. We'll go on the lead car for this one, I think, so we'll stick with JRJ26 for qualifying for the first flying lap. See how he gets on in his debut in OTA tonight. So that's a quick look at the constructors' standings. We've got AlphaTauri leading the way with 156 points, followed by Ferrari with 77 points, Red Bull in third with 47, Aston Martin in fourth, Alfa Romeo fifth, Haas sixth, Alpine seventh, Mercedes eighth, McLaren ninth, and Williams 10th. Ferrari tonight, obviously without Kiwi, so they've got Chrissy MC and Rush and Destroy as their reserve driver, hopefully picking up a few points. Try not to let AlphaTauri escape too far away down the up and away in the constructors. So where are we now with JRJ? Let's get a map up so I can see what I'm looking at. So coming through the final corner, just about to start our first flying lap with JRJ. DRS open down the main straight, and we're underway, heading towards turn 1. Looks okay, bit wide through turn 2. We've got a yellow flag, looks like the car's backing up ready to start their laps, as we're now heading towards turn 4. Notorious barrier there for taking people out, me included, in the last time we raced around Saudi Arabia. Coming through the first sector, looking good so far. Managed to stay off that outside curb, didn't ride the curb. Oh, that's an invalidation there though for JRJ. Completely off track at the end of sector 1. Let's go look back through the grid. Who else have we got on a lap? Let's see, is Alfie on a lap here? Could be very tight to the white line. That's an invalidation for Alfie too. Now it is Rush and Destroy on a lap. Let's have a look on board. Looks like he is. So following down is turn 13, the sweeping hairpin. And through in the second sector, turn 14, 15, 16. Oh, very quick, one after the other. Right, left, right. Quick left through 17 onto the DRS straight. Bit of a wobble at the rear end there. So we're coming through towards the end of sector 2 now, through turn 20 and 21. And now turn 22, the quick left-hander onto the back straight. He might get held up a little bit here by the McLaren in front of him, or is he going to get a nice toe down the back straight here instead? As JRJ didn't invalidate by the looks of it and set a 1:31.5 to start our qualifying session. And that could be classed as blocking here on the... Oh! The McLaren almost didn't get out of the way there. That could be a claim for Rush and Destroy in the Stewart. I've got good footage of that. A 1:29.2 for Rush and Destroy. That's a good lap for him there. Now, who else have we got coming through? Tonga's come through with a 1:28.5. DRL Alex with a 1:28.3, topping the leaderboard now. Alfa Romeo 1-2 at the minute. But Extremist knocks them off the top with a 1:27.8 to start his qualifying session way. AWH Smith has now come through the 1:27.7. We're starting to see some faster times on the board now, as we've just had a Haas cross the line. Let's see the Parker or Fortner. Looks like it'll be partners. Fortner's still in the pit lane. Let's see who else can we find that's on a lap. Potentially Scissor Coops through sector 1. We'll follow Scissor Coops round, hopefully on a lap here. Coming through sector 1, middle of sector 1 now. Got to mind this outside curve. Does. Hits the apex of the next two as well. Doesn't run wide on the exit there towards turn 13 and the sweeping hairpin again. Looks like he's got the Haas of Parker in front of him, and not sure if Parker's on a lap or not. But as we head through sector 2 now, through 14, 15 and 16. Careful to stay off the curve there. He's gone on it a little bit, but he's kept the rear end intact through there. Onto the DRS straight now. Through 19, through 20. Now through 21 now. For a sweeping left onto the back straight. Looks like he's kept it well there. He's not gone off track there as well. It's done well to keep that. Parker might just be close enough to get a little bit of a toe as well down the back straight. Maybe getting a few tenths of a second possibly. As we have Tonga retired from the session already. Must think he's set a good enough lap already. One lap in. It's a strong statement with a 1:28.5. Now Scissor Coops to the line, 4th, 1:28.4. It's a good lap from Scissor Coops to start his qualifying session, and we now have the 20th driver joined. Begrams back from his disappointment last week in Austria. Now, can we find someone else on a lap? Parker, heading through sector 1. Looks like he's not setting a lap as he's charging his battery. Is Luke Healy 11 on a lap? Not quite sure. Who knows what's going on? Ah, Tonga crashed in the pits. Right, okay. Well, I thought you were just being confident and retiring after one lap, thinking that'll be good enough, but crashed in the pits, not the way you want your qualifying session to end, but hopefully your race will be a bit better. Right, really should find someone on a lap. Bogdan charging, not on a lap. Matt Miles could be on a lap here. We'll stay on board with Matt Miles. In sector 1, starting to go through the S's. Matt Miles currently set on a 1:31.3. Will we get an improvement on this lap? Not sure. It doesn't look like he's going at full speed, but could just be my eyes deceiving me. We will see. Not taking the optimal line. No, Matt Miles is not on a lap. Possibly an in-lap. Fortner. Invalidated potentially because his track map is red. So whether he's on an out-lap or an in-lap, I don't know. Could see quite a few people in the pits at the minute. Now one lap's been set, 10 minutes to go still. They've still got time to get back out. Possibly get 1 or 2 laps in. Oh, let's just see. Will Fortner go onto a lap? No time set yet. Through the final turn. ERS still off, so no lap for Fortner there either. F. Lewis, is he just starting a lap on mediums? Interesting. Most of the grid we've seen so far have been out on softs, but a medium runner here. We'll stay with F. Lewis then for this lap as we approach turn 4, the left-hander, missing the barrier, which is always a good start. Keeping it fairly tidy through the S's. See, avoid that outside curb, which is done nicely. Hit the 2 apexes here, don't run wide, which he hasn't done. And now we'll head towards turn 13. Not looking bad, looking like a clean lap so far as we sweep around 13. Fairly empty track at the minute as well, so no toe, but there won't be anything to get in your way either. Stay off the curb on the exit here. Yes, it's done quite nicely through there onto the DRS straight. Down in 18th at the minute with no time for F. Lewis. And we saw in Austria last week, he has got pace to probably be top 10, so we'll see where he qualifies. A purple sector 2, I think that's just on the people around him, which would probably be Casey down from 15th, and as Casey's the only one with a lap, we can probably say it's quicker than Casey's so far. As we're now on the back straight, heading towards turn 27 now. Round the final corner, straighten the car up, get on the power, towards the pit entrance line, DRS open, tight to the white line, and over the line, P6 with a 28.4 for F. Lewis. That's a pretty good banker lap on mediums as well. I think that is the only medium lap so far, and a 1:28.4. He's matched Coops, his teammate, who did it on softs. So who knows, is this a tactic to use a set of mediums and save a set of softs? As we've got JRJ also retiring. Is that retirement on track? Can I get a look at that? I can't, but it looks like he has stopped around turn 23, turn 24 there. He's going slow at least. The ZX Josh goes quickest with a 1:27.742. 200ths of a second between him and AWH Smith at the minute. Obviously we're still not at the final runs yet, so it could all still change, as it looks like we have got Alfie heading out for a lap. Anyone else on track that I can watch? See DRL Alex, are we going on for a lap here? Nice wide line through the final turn, onto the back straight. Looks like we could be going for a lap here. DRS open, over the line, heading towards turn 1 now. How much curb does he take through 1 and 2? Quite a bit through 1, not too much through 2. Nice wide exit on 2, uses all the track there. As we head through 3 and towards 4, mind the barrier on the inside, beautifully done. Round 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 now. Got to stay off the curbs there, you can bottom out on that outside curb. Oh, has he invalidated? Looks like he might have done there. Yes, he has, he's backed out. Just got caught on the curb there, it's horrible, it drags you out. Very difficult to get a track limits there, which is probably something we might have to look out for during the race. Quite a few track limits are probably going to be quite likely. There's Chrissy on a lap here, looks like he's deploying. Not invalidated yet, so we'll see what Chrissy MC does. Currently in 10th with a 1:28.6. Out on a set of softs, so we'll see if he can improve on that time as we just come out of 13 through 14, 15 and 16. Off the curb at 17, yeah, that would look quite tight there. Looks like he was in control of the front end there. Not using all of the track through the quick left rights there, not going all the way over, not risking a track limits, in a purple second sector. Looks really in control of his car there. Through turns 22, 3 and 4, we're now in 25 and 26 as we head towards the final corner of 27 past the 150 in the braking zone. Nice and tight on the entrance there, doesn't do a Verstappen on the exit. That is a good lap. Could we see an improvement here for Chrissy from 11th and a 1:28.6? Yes we do, it's up into 5th behind his teammate with a 1:28.0. Currently sitting in 5th. With 5.5 minutes to go, probably enough time to get back round, get into the pits, take some fuel out maybe, put a fresh set of tyres on and get back out. So currently we've got Zenex Josh leading the pack in first, AWH Smith in second, the Extremist in third, Russian Destroy fourth, Chrissy MC fifth, Sam Newton sixth, Fortner seventh, DRL Alex eighth, and the Mercedes of F. Lewis and Scissor rounding out the top 10. Tonga with his DNF in the pit lane is still in 11th though, holding on for that one. We'll see who else is going to go set a lap now. Faulkner not on a lap, but not an out lap either, so probably going into the pits. DRL Alex through there, chucking it through the turns there. Purple sector 2, lost a bit of control on the exit. Will that have cost him time though? McLaren in front of him again. Can't remember if it was actually DRL Alex now, whether there was a bit of blocking for him on his first lap. Currently in 9th, 128.3. Back end looked a bit loose there. Is he going in the pits? Yes, he is. Parker, are we on an in-lap or an out-lap? Cutting the corners. God, that was quick from Parker through there. None of that in the race, please, Parker. Right, see who else. Is Healy on a lap? No, he's invalidated. Alfie, not on a lap. Matt Miles, not on a lap. Begrams, also not on a lap. Fallon 11, is he about to start a lap? Let's ride on board for the man in 20th at the minute in the Williams, looking for a good time here, heading towards turn 1. Through we go, not too much curb, stayed off the curbs, not using all of the exit either through turn 2. Turn 4 avoids the barrier. Now through the S's, does he have a quick downshift on his way out to gain a bit of speed? Oh, there's an invalidation over the curves, unfortunately. That is unlucky for Fallon there. Still in 20th for him. Now we'll see who else can we check on. Oh, Corey's gone quickest, the Extremist, with a 1:27.5. 10th and a half clear of Zenex Josh at the minute. Thing is, I don't think Corey will have time for another run. Unless he's gone with enough fuel and we'll do it on slightly worn tyres. 2.5, 3 minutes. It's a bit tight to get round again. Parker missed the apex slightly on his lap. Has he got enough time to get back out? I think he does. Just going into the pits now, so hopefully we'll see Parker back out for another lap. Zenex Josh starting a lap through turn 1, taking a nice chunk of curb. Also not needing to use all the exit on turn 2, but right on the limits there. Mind the curb on the inside, and he's done that beautifully. Straight onto the apexes of 4, 5 and 6. Keep watching Josh as we approach the end of sector 1. Does he go purple? That is the big question in the battle for pole here. Nope, he's backed out. Is Josh going to charge up and go again potentially? That would probably be the way I think he'd do it. Parker just coming out now, 2 minutes to go. He's got plenty of time. Casey on an outlap 2. Most drivers on an outlap now. Corey has retired. Bogdan on the inside of, where are we there? Inside of 4, 5 and 6. Possibly run wide there. Mark Miles on a lap by the looks of it, heading through sector 2, so we'll stay on board with Mark Miles because he looks like he'll be the first car to cross the line with a lap time to finish his qualifying. Currently 17th with a 1:31.3, probably a few mistakes on that first lap. Looking to get a better lap on the board here as we're now heading down the back straight through 25, heading towards 26 and 27 in the DRS zone. Do have an AlphaTauri in front, either Josh or Sam. Maybe gave a bit of a toe there to Matt Miles as we come through the final corner. Foot to the floor towards the DRS line. DRS open. Will we see an improvement here from Matt Miles? We do see an improvement in time, possibly? I can't remember. But no position change for Matt Miles there. Needs to get out of the way of the AlphaTauri there, and does nicely. We'll ride on board with whichever AlphaTauri that is. That is Zenex Josh as we're going for a lap. Headed in towards turn 4. Will he do it like he did last time? Straight on the apex again. That is a nice line through there from the AlphaTauri. Probably the biggest challenger for pole, probably the two AlphaTauris, I think. Sam and Josh, both very quick, probably looking like they could get pole. And looks like hasn't come up and told me it's a green or a purple sector there for Josh, so potentially might have to find a bit of time. Let's see if the onboard tells us anything. Not much as we're heading through 15, 16, 17. That's an invalidation for Josh, and he's put it in a wall. Oh, Josh, why have you done that? There's debris everywhere. Right, next, Sam, as he's down. Oh, and AWH Smith has gone on provisional pole, a 127.3. Sam is almost round. He's managed to hold that, but that is not going to be a quicker time, I don't think, for Sam now. That was almost a spectacular crash, almost in the same place as Josh. But now, heading through the final sector, all might not be lost for Sam. There still might be a chance here for pole. Down the back straight, let's see, is there anything on the dash? No, can't quite tell. But we have AWH Smith in pole. Will Sam take it off him? Keeps it tidy out the last turn, but I just think that flick in the middle sector will have been too much. Does he get it? No, he just moves up to 6th with a 127.9. Our championship leader will be starting at best in 7th at the minute. Can Parker chuck him off? Oh, Parker just gets in front of his teammate with a 128 dead. But that is a tight quality. Oh, he's down to 10th now. Sam down to 8th. Who's moved up? Was that F. Lewis just jumped up, or Casey? One of the two has just jumped up into 4th or 5th. I think that's probably Casey just jumping up into 5th, bumping everyone down a bit. I think that is everyone done. So qualifying, AWH Smith takes pole. The Extremist is in 2nd. Zenex Josh has taken P3 on the grid. For a track where he hasn't done too much practice, I don't think. That's probably quite a good qualifying session for Josh. F. Lewis in 4th. He showed good pace last week. He's showing it again. Casey 5th. Casey was another one last week. Was up there with the front 4 group for quite a while. Russian Destroy on his debut in the league, I believe. Yes, it is his debut in the league. Looking sick. That's a good qualifying session for him too. Scissor Coops has said he only did 1 lap thinking it was full quali. No wonder he's just a 1 and sat in 12th. But let's run you through the grid order. It's AWH Smith on pole. Alongside him on the front row is the Extremists. Zenex Josh and F. Lewis make up the 2nd row. Casey and Russian Destroy on the 3rd row. Luke Healy 7th. Sam Newton down in 8th, our championship leader. Chrissy MC 9th. Parker 10th. Faulkner 11th. Alex 12th. Scissor Coops 13th. Tonga 14th after his crash in the pits. Alfie 15th. Bogdan 16th. CJ Drama Matt Miles 17th. JRJ 26, 18th on his debut in this league, and no times for Begrams in the Alpine or Kvallen in the Williams. And that rounds up our grid for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix for OTA round 5. Just waiting for everyone to load in now before the grid is formed. Quite funny, just above the DHL signs there, all I can see is clapping hands every now and then popping up. Loving the action on the track so far. Just need a nice pan of the crowd or something. Oh, and we're on the grid, so everyone has selected their strategy, and we are underway for the formation lap. AWH Smith on pole, gone for the mediums. Same with the Extremist, also gone for the mediums. Hards for Zenex Josh. F. Lewis going aggressive on the softs. And Casey down to Alex in 12th. That's 5th to 12th, all on the mediums. Scissor Coops also going aggressive on the softs. Tonga and Alfie both on mediums. Bogdan, Matt Miles, JRJ, Begrams and Kvallen also Oh no, Begrams is on mediums, everyone else below Alfie on softs. So, Zenek's Josh is the odd one out, going hard. Interesting strategy. He must have faith in his tyre grip and not be too worried about the warm-up here. We will see. He's got F. Lewis right behind him on the softs as well. That could be an issue for Josh through the opening laps if tyre warm-up doesn't go his way and the softs fire up probably on the first lap, to be honest. Could see Josh under a bit of pressure. And then just a quick reminder, Casey in 5th. Decent qualifying session for him, possibly be looking to hang onto the back of F. Lewis on those softs, try to pick their way through the field maybe. Russian Destroy 7th, Luke Healy down in, no, Russian Destroy 6th, Luke Healy 7th. Championship leader Sam Newton down in 8th. Chrissy MC is now in 9th, Parker 10th, Fortnite 11th. Alex 12th, Scissorcoops 13th, Tong 14th, Alfie 15th, Bogdan 16th, Mark Miles 17th, JRJ 18th, Begrams 19th, and Kvalan rounding up our grid here. Full grid tonight, that is very good attendance from everybody. Hopefully see full grids more and more. Now we are running on Friday nights, 8 o'clock UK time every week, as we line up now for the race. I think what we'll do is we'll ride on board with our leader for the opening part of the race, just to see if the lead changes hands through turn 1. See Kvalan, everyone is on the back straight. I'll just ride on board with our rear driver as they make their way to their grid box. Parker has missed his grid slot and has got DSQ'd from this. Unfortunate for him there. That will set him back a few metres. Kvalan is in place. And now I will ride on board, apparently on lap 2 with Tonga in first. I'm not sure what quite happened there. We go 3, 4 and 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go for the OTA round 5. We're on board with AWH Smith as we head towards turn 1. The extremist up the inside, going for the move, but up the inside for turn 2. Has AWH Smith held on? No, it's the extremist with the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 1 through turn 4. Has everyone else got away cleanly? No, we've got Bogdan, who looks like he's potentially round in sector 1. As through the S's, Corey leads the grid away. Got through the S's and now heading towards turn 13. Zenek's Josh has made his way up to 3rd. He has made a place or 2 there, possibly, has he? Or was he already on in 3rd? I can't remember. Now through turn 16, we've got the extremist AWH Smith right behind him. Zenek's Josh a little bit further back from that, not by far, but those hard tyres managing to hold on so far. We'll hope that they're warming up very quickly. Now I am just going to put on the position change so I can see where everyone has moved. Only a few changes through the grid, not many. We've all managed to make it through the majority of the lap. As AWH Smith, is he going for the move round the outside through 25, 26 and 27? He's ahead into 27. It's close there between Josh and F. Lewis. F. Lewis looks like he's got round the outside. Then follows Russian Destroy, Casey and Sam Newton, all right behind each other. As AWH Smith crosses the line to lead the grid over, but Corey is looking up the inside into turn 1. Not quite going for the move, thinking better of it. As AWH Smith leads us through onto our second lap of racing here in Saudi Arabia. We've already got a time penalty for JRJ, who has retired from the session, which looks like it's brought out the virtual safety car. That looks like he has cut the corner and binned it, as Bogdan has no front wing, so he's pitting. Looks like JRJ has potentially just binned it there, possibly intentionally. We'll have to find out after the race with that one. Could be the stewards might request some footage for that, but we're under virtual safety car. So the drivers reduce their pace down to about 40% of maximum speed. Stick to the delta. If you don't stick to the delta, it will be a drive-through penalty, and this game is quite harsh with that. You've got to keep yourself with a bit of time just to be safe. And it looks like AWH Smith may be backing them up slightly, so he's got a bit of room to play with. As the Extremist is extremely close here. Right up the rear end of AWH Smith. If AWH Smith is Delta had to change rapidly there and he had to brake, Corey would not be able to react. Now, is VSC ending? I'd like to think it would be. Hopefully down this straight at some point so we can all get underway at racing speed. I've not seen a message from race control, but AWH Smith has looked like he's pulled out a bit more of a gap to the guys behind. Whether that's just because he's got Delta to use or not, I'm not sure. Can we see on board? Looks like we've gone green again on the main straight. So to start lap 3 with DRS now enabled, we are AWH Smith in the lead, the Extremist in second, F Lewis third, Russian Destroy fourth, Sam Newton fifth, Casey Jennett sixth, ZX Josh 7th, Luke Healy 8th, Parker 9th, Chrissy MC 10th, Fortner 11th, Alex 12th, Scissor Coops 13th, Tonga 14th, Mark Miles 15th, Fallon 16th, Begram 17th, Alfie 18th, Bogdan 19th, and JRJ 20th, who has retired from the race on lap 2. As we are now heading towards turn 13 with AWH Smith. Corey about 7/10 back from him. AWH Smith starting to pull a small gap on the leaders here as we've got another yellow flag. Looks like possibly the Tonga group there maybe has had a slight collision. They've all dropped back a bit from Alex, who is now in 11th. So there's about a 3-second gap there. That could potentially separate the two groups of this race, potentially. AWH Smith pulling closer towards 8/10, but DRS pulls Corey back to about half a second. Be interesting to see here how long this DRS train lasts, if the quicker drivers can pull away from a DRS train or not, as Russian Destroy is right on the tail of F Lewis here. Let's go on board for this one. Looking to go round the outside into turn 27, but F Lewis goes defensive with the grip of those soft tyres. Doesn't quite get as good of an exit though. Could leave himself exposed to a move round the outside here, which will turn to the inside for turn 2. Russian Destroy fastest lap of the race, 1:31.2. Will he make the move around the outside? He's braked a bit later. Left himself the space on the inside as Corey is round at turn 1. Not quite sure what happened there, but we've got another VSC. I was too busy on board with Russian Destroy trying to watch the move. And then all of a sudden, Corey's ghosted in front. That will probably be on the stream if needed. It's SpongeBob HD on YouTube. It's saying win for Sam incoming. Potentially, he's already up 4 places in 4 laps. So if he can get clear, oh, excuse me, it could be on for a win potentially. And we're up to a full safety car. So what's that? Safety car 2 or 3? We've had 2 virtuals and a full now. Of our probably allotted 5, and we're on lap 4. And this is on reduced safety cars as well. So hopefully we won't see too many more, and we will just see some good racing. Let's just see what the tyre strategies are here, because we've got F Lewis sat currently in second on a set of 3-lap-old softs. Does he pit now? It's an early one. We're changing probably to a 3-stop, 2-stop even. But he could potentially go medium from here, which a lot of the other drivers won't have the option to do. ZX Josh possibly has the option to run a bit longer now with those hards, with the safety car. That's going to help Josh potentially. Could go to a hard to a straight to a soft, rather than going hard medium. Let's see. Oh, AWH Smith there, a bit loose on the rear end through the final corner there. He just stepped on it a bit too quick. Just lost control of it as the leader of our race pits. So does F Lewis. That is interesting. So we now have a new leader of the race on lap 5, Casey Jennett, staying on his mediums. DRL Alex has also gone through. It looks like everyone else behind has pitted. Now, have one of the AlphaTauris been held up there? Was that Josh or Sam? Looked like they've potentially been held up. And it's Josh that's being held up in the pit lane because Sam pit too. So that really does shake up the order a bit. We are now looking at Casey Jennett in the lead of the race, followed by DRL Alex Alfie has gone all the way up to third. Let's see what position changes are now as well. Alfie's up 12, Alex is up 10, Casey's up 4. Obviously none of these have pitted under safety car, which means they will still have to pit. Whether they'll wait for a later safety car, there is still the potential to have 2 more safety cars, so there's still time. AWH Smith is probably our lead driver at the minute. Fresh hards in 4th. On a level playing field with Lewis now. Sam has gone soft. I've just noticed that. So that could play into his hands if we get another quick safety car and he can make up a few places. If not, Sam will be hoping for maybe 5-6 laps to try and get through the hard runners onto the tail of those used mediums. When I say used, they're probably about 10-12% at the minute. Will it tell me if I go on board with Casey? Can I see his tyre wear? No, I can't. Would be nice to see his tyre wear though, just to see what we're looking at for tyre wear on these mediums at 4 laps. Probably not a lot. So we're probably going to be on the safety car for another lap whilst we wait for the guys at the back of the grid to catch up. That'll probably help that small group that kind of got caught out and ended up 3 seconds behind. I think that was Tonga Down that kind of got caught up. But probably allows Bogdan to catch up to the back of the grid as well, which would be good for him. Get back into the race a bit. Faulkner's down in 18th on a set of softs now as well. So Faulkner will be looking to make up a few places. We'll see who else could make up a few places on the start. Penalties, none for anyone at the minute. That's quite good going. But then again, we have been under safety car for most of this. So the biggest loser so far is Corey, down 12. The extremist in 14th place, down 12 positions. That'll be because of his spin with... I'm not sure whether it was contact with AWH Smith or whether it was just getting on the throttle early. I was on board with the car behind at the time. So we'll see after the race and incidents what happened there. No comments on the YouTube or anything to say what happened. There's a bit of chat in the Discord about whether one has turned into the other or not, or whether one has squeezed the other. Hopefully see a bit of footage after the race from both of them, and potentially the onboard from the car behind on the stream, whether that will tell us anything or not. But hopefully we will get the safety car in this lap as we go through turn 21 and 22, which should be about now. Is the safety car in? Is Casey backing off? Or is it going to be a bit of a late call? As the grid is not quite closed up. There we go, safety car in this lap. So Casey will now start to back the grid up as we head down the back straight through 25, 26 and through to 27. Now, as we all remember 2 weeks ago, he will not want to do what the extremist did and spin it as we head towards the start-finish line. So we will see what Casey does here. Does he go early? Does he go before the turn? Or does he leave it close to the line? Looks like he's holding on for a bit longer. Potentially the pit line might be his go point. No, it looks like he's gone now. Gone already. He looks like he's gained a bit of time on DRL Alex there. Has he caught him off guard a little bit as we head towards turn 1 on lap 7 of 25. Casey Jennett leads the race after the safety car restart. Looks like everyone's potentially got through okay there as Sam made it past Rush and Destroy already into turn 1. So we go through turn 4, Casey with Alex right on his tail. Alex up 10 so far, having a good race so far. As he runs wide there, as he held it. As we've had an accident and it's another safety car by the looks of it. Who is it this time? Is that... Begrams is out. Tonga's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision. Was that Tonga's fault? Potentially, we'll have to see after the race, but that is another car out on lap 7 with 2 cars down now. Begram's in the Alpine. Not good for Alpine in the Constructors' Championship so far. They're down in 7th on 22 points at the minute, having only scored 4 last time out in Austria in a sprint round, so they'll be looking to pick up some more points here, which now all falls down to the extremist. So if they're wanting to make any ground, they're going to have to put some work in today. Now, this safety car, I'm not sure who this favours most, because we've got some guys who have stopped, some who haven't. Alfie, who hasn't stopped, has dropped 2 places already. If he stops now, he's at the back of the grid. So stopping now, is Casey going to stop now? Looks like he is. Oh, I don't know if that's the right call, because Casey will just fall to the back of the grid now. I think that could have been the wrong call. Alfie potentially pitting as well, is he? Yeah. So Casey and Alfie are going to fall right the way to the back, which is not going to be good. Now, I know they've gone... Well, they haven't even gone a lap... Well, they've gone a few laps longer than everyone else, so their tyres will be fresher, but you're at the back of the grid with everyone else who's pit here, which is Tonga, Kvalan and Chrissy MC. Not looking too great for Ferrari either. Russian Destroyer up in 5th, so some potential points here, but the AlphaTauri's in 4th and 8th. Looking better for them in the Constructors. So, I'm just going to take a quick break and I'll be back in 2 seconds. And we're back on lap 8 of the OTA Saudi Arabian Grand Prix under safety car. DRL Alex leading the race. The only driver left to stop now is Alex. So he will be probably under a bit of pressure once we get going again. Unless he's going to pit now. No, he's not. So he probably will be under a bit of pressure. He is on 7-lap-old mediums, 8-lap-old now. So they're probably not that warm considering half of this has been under safety car. So we will see how he gets on. He did look quite quick behind Casey, so there's potential maybe. A few might get past him, but he may start to hold his own after a few laps of racing. He'll probably be hoping for a bit of a longer stint here, so the field spread gets a bit greater, so when he does pit, he doesn't fall quite so far back, as Bogdan has pit on lap 9 for a set of hards by the looks of it. Coming out of the pits here, what lap? How many? That's 2 stops for Bogdan already. So Kvalan's the leader of our 2 stoppers so far, down in 15th. Everyone else has only stopped once. And Alfie is the only one with a 3-second penalty at the minute. I'm assuming Tonga served his 5-second when he pit under safety car. I think what we'll do is we will leave the position change on for a bit. So Alex is up 11 so far, but remembering he hasn't pit, so most of those probably were from people pitting. AWH Smith in 2nd, down 1 position, started on pole. He's still probably, yeah, he will still be our net race leader, as he's the only one, as he's the leader of all our racers who have pit. F. Lewis, you could probably say, is in 2nd at the minute. It was Corey until there was an incident between the extremist and AWH Smith. F. Lewis in 3rd, Sam Newton, our championship leader, is in 4th. up 4 positions as well from the start, so a good start to the race for Sam there. He'll be looking to work his way through the rest of that field and get to the front. Luke Healy up in 6th as the safety car is in this lap. Parker up in 7th. So next Josh down 5. I think he was held in the pits under that first full safety car. And I think we're 4 safety cars in now, which will mean there's probably only 1 left. So if it comes within the next few laps, the rest of the race will be with no safety cars. Let's go to the front again for this safety car restart from DRL Alex. Not going straight away out the final turn, probably sensible. Don't give the drivers behind a run to the line. Probably the safety car line maybe as his go point. The second safety car, yes, he's just gone past the second safety car line. Gained a little bit on AWH Smith, but will the fresher tyres tell? Can't see much going on back further down the grid. Are we all going to make it through turn 1 and 2? Okay. Oh, as DRL Alex loses the rear end coming out of 2, which drops him 3 places as F. Lewis and Sam both get through too. Let's ride back on board with our leader through sector 2. We're on board with AWH Smith as we've got a yellow flag as Farland and Scissor Coops are both out of the race. Potential collision there. Didn't see anything on the screen as we were watching on board with our race leader. It's just a yellow flag through sector 1. That's a potential indicator that all our safety cars have been used already, as there was no safety car brought out for that, not even a virtual. Back on board through 16 with AWH Smith, 7/10 ahead of Lewis behind him. Sam on the tail of Lewis, probably be waiting for DRS here. Sector 2, we've got a yellow flag too. I'm not sure who's caused that one. But Alex is now dropped down to 9th. He started this lap in 1st. That is not a good lap for Alex. Potentially look to pit at the end of this one, depending on how the tyres are feeling. Let's try and minimise his time loss. It looks like Sam is going for a move on F. Lewis here. Round the outside of the final turn. Can he make it stick? He's on those soft tyres, remember, so he will have better grip right now. Does he get the switch back? Not quite. Ducks back in for the slipstream. Now going for the move round the outside. It looks like he's going to be ahead before they even reach the braking zone. Must have a slightly quicker setup in a straight line there, Sam. As he's now up into 2nd. He is up 6 places as DRL Alex, to compile his bad lap, has got speeding in the pit lane. I'm assuming Parker may have got a bit of wing damage there as he's pit at the end of lap 10 as well. We're on board with Sam still. He is just under a second off AWH Smith. It's sort of fluctuating around a second. Will he be able to close that up before DRS is enabled so he can get some DRS and keep with AWH Smith? If not, try get past. It's a purple sector 1 for Sam as well. He's on a flyer at the minute, as we'd expect on soft tyres. If we look further down, looks like Bogdan's made up a few places under that safety car restart, up to 13th. Matt Miles doing the same, up in 14th now, as Cavallan has left the session. Now only 9/10 between Sam and the lead. So there's potential for the next lap possibly. That'll be 2 laps without being under safety car. So maybe the end of this lap DRS might be enabled again, which I think Sam will be hoping for, to try keep tabs on AWH Smith. In fact, Sam will want to get ahead here. He'll need that buffer because he's going to have to pit again. AWH Smith potentially not going to have to pit again, but Sam most likely will. DRS enables Sam with a 1:31.0 fastest lap of the race. Takes him to within half a second of our leader on lap 12. So we're approaching the halfway point now. End of this lap, probably about a halfway point. We have spent the majority of this under safety car though, so it has been a bit of a slow start. As Scissor Coops has said, someone else binning it has killed him, unfortunately. So I'm assuming that's the collision between Kvalan and Scissor Coops under safety car. If one of you has a collision straight off the restart, very difficult to avoid. Sam still within half a second through turn 13. I want to stay close here, coming up to the first DRS point of this lap. We've got another yellow flag as Chrissy MC is out. Not sure what's happened there because it looks like his car is stopped at the end of sector 1. Maybe he's just got caught on the curbs or something there. Maybe a small tap from behind has sent him round. That is a difficult place if you lose control of the car, but we are now with 5 cars out of our session. Is now coming onto the back straight. This will be a good opportunity for Sam here. Does he have the ARS? Does AWH Smith defend too hard either? Expect to see Sam probably get the outside line, potentially force Smith to take a line he doesn't want to, and get the better traction here on those soft tyres, making these soft tyres work. He's pulling out even before the DRS zone, and with DRS open he's ahead to lead us on to lap 13. Before the start finish line Sam was ahead, and through turn 1 Sam now leads us. We're right on board with AWH Smith, just right behind Sam. We'll see how the next lap or so goes for him. 4 tenths behind. How close can he stick to Sam while Sam is on those soft tyres? Through sector 1 here, through 6, 7, 8 and 9. Through 10, 11 and the tiniest corner of 12. Before we hit turn 13 with Sam in the lead. Daryl Alex though towards the back, setting fastest tyres as Luke Healy has also retired in an almost identical place to Chrissy MC a lap before. People just getting caught on curbs there. That must be the reason. Must be doing a Mick Schumacher sort of through that section. It's very fast, you get bottomed out on a curb, can send you round quite easily. Does mean however we are 6 drivers down already halfway through the race, as AWH Smith is very close behind Sam. DRS working nicely here for him, pulling him along with Sam on the soft tyres. He's so close though, must be heating up his tyres, must be losing a tiny bit of grip as well, but the DRS is so strong. He's playing sensible here, just sitting behind Sam. He knows he's going to get the DRS onto this main straight now. Is Sam faking a pit stop here? No, Sam is pitting from the lead of the race. The tyres must have been starting to wear a bit, as AWH Smith now takes it on to lap 14 as the lead car. Zenix Josh is up into second. Where has Josh come from? Not been watching him, but now suddenly he's in second. Sector 3, we've got Parker out. Oh no, not Parker. Maybe we might have a co-commentator today. This could be good news indeed. But Zenix Josh is into second. F. Lewis in third. Corey, the extremist, is now back up to fourth. Casey Jennett, fifth. Tonga up in sixth on his debut in this league. Bogdan, seventh. He's recovered well. Sam down in eighth after his pit stop. He's right behind Bogdan there. I think we could ride on board with this one, because I don't think it'll be long before Sam's right on Bogdan's tail and going for a move. Alfie down in ninth. Fortner, 10th. Russian Destroy, 11th. Alex, 12th. Matt Miles, 13th. As Sam makes the move up the inside of turn 13. We've not seen a move there yet today on the stream. That is an excellent move up the inside. Those fresh tyres working well for Sam. He does have a 1.5 second gap now to Tonga. But then after that, he's got about 10.5 seconds or so to close up to Casey. Does he have enough time to potentially close that gap? Possibly. Or will it be too much? Let's see. The extremist, he's got a bit of a gap running through the final sector now towards the cars in front. F. Lewis out of battery though already. Difficult to recover around here. You spend a lot of the lap at full throttle. Let's see. Where else have we got any battles? Looks like Tonga to Sam and Bogdan. This group of 3 potentially is the closest grouping on the grid so far. Sam leading them through. Tonga pits on lap 15. Potentially going for a soft here maybe? He was on soft, okay. Possibly going to mediums then to try and run to the end, or hards even if he's got, don't know what he's got left now. Russian Destroy though in 10th, setting the fastest lap of the race. Tonga's gone to mediums by the looks of it to go to the end. Matt Miles has also pit. I assume the lap before. But now we are in a stage where no one is really near anyone, which is not the most interesting to watch. But here we are. We'll ride on board with AWH Smith, who is our leader of the race. Currently 2.7 seconds clear of Zenix Josh in second place. Might see Zenix Josh start to drop off a bit potentially on the 10 lap old mediums, and Parker has joined the commentary. Good evening, Parker.
Good evening.
how was your race?
It was okay.
What happened?
Apart from going in, on the safety car restart, I had Josh on my inside, and
Is that where you
think,
lost wing?
yeah, I think Luke Healy broke a little bit early, and I went into the back of him. But he had Rush and Destroy on his inside as well.
It's very tight under safety car restart. Sam with the fastest lap here. Those mediums could be coming into play. We've had a comment from Kiwi on the stream saying, nah, Sam is going to bin it. So we'll see if that happens. Kiwi will be hoping, as he's not racing tonight, to get that. Turn 13 with our leader, AWH Smith. 11 lap old tyre. Ooh, Corey's got his first 3-second penalty. That brings Casey in front of him. If we're looking at if they include penalties as well, Casey only 1.2 behind Corey at the minute. But it's looking good for AWH Smith at the minute. He looks in control of this race. Quite comfortable.
We'll get everything up.
Was your crash just... Oh, we've got a yellow flag, sector 2. Is that Casey? Casey's possibly had a spin there. That puts Sam right on his tail. That is not what Casey wants. He was so close to Corey. I wonder if he was just a bit too close. Overheated tyres maybe. A bit too warm. Sam's car looks like it is sticking to the track. DRS on Casey now through the back straight. Through 25. Now through 26. Going for the move on the outside into 27. And he's round the outside of Casey and he's ahead. Those fresh mediums definitely working better than Casey's hard, isn't it? Josh is in the pits. Wow, what's Josh going to now? Casey in as well. Casey's pit as well.
Casey's in the pits. Josh is going on to mediums.
Fresh mediums for Josh. Yeah, is he coming out in 5th as well? We've got the Bogdan pitting as well. That lets Fortner through, your teammate. He's now up to 6th. Will he get Josh on exit?
Yeah, that's good from Fortner because he had a few upsies in the race. He was down in like 18th.
Well, that's good recovery from Fortner then to be up into 6th.
Yeah, Josh got held up in the pits from Sam when they double stacked in the pits.
Saw that under the first safety car. You were probably in the party, weren't you? So you probably heard the miscommunication.
Yeah.
What would have been better?
I did hear the Sam, the exhale from Josh.
Yeah, I'm sure they were both very happy with each other at that point. So Casey on fresh tyres down in 9th. Alex in front of him on worn softs. Will Alex make it to the end on those softs? 8 lap, what are they? 6 lap old softs.
The tyres have been degrading very fast.
Have they?
Yeah. To say I was on the mediums for 2 laps and they were on 15%.
Yeah,
so
I mean, Saudi
tyres
Arabia
cannot be holding.
Saudi Arabia, fast corners, probably quite high on the deg. I'm still riding on board with Sam at the minute. Ooh, AWH Smith has pit.
DRL makes Alex... Oh, DRL Alex goes into the back of Rush and Destroy. Casey moves through.
We will jump on board with that battle now because that looks like the best action on track at the minute. Rush and Destroy with no front wing. That will be a pit stop for him. Casey has got through though.
Clattered the wall after.
Is Alex got damage as well? Possibly end plate. Yeah, looks like it has. Both of those pitting. So we'll go back as F. Lewis is now our leader of this race.
Great from Lewis.
I did wonder whether when Sam pit, whether going to the mediums was the right call or not, because I thought the hards might have gone to the end, but as you're saying, if the deg is as high as we think it is, you're probably going to want to pit off these hards. I mean, they've done half the race on the hards, 13 laps.
Yeah, Corey and Lewis have both been on the 13 laps.
Sam, 4 lap old mediums. AWH Smith
is on fresh mediums.
6.7 seconds behind Sam, but fresh mediums. If Sam gets held up by Corey and Lewis, potentially, does that bring AWH Smith and ZX Josh back into it? Do F. Lewis and Corey try hold on for 7 more laps? I think that's probably pushing it a bit on the hards, isn't it? Because they're not going to get another safety car. They've all been used. Sector 1, yellow flag. Is that Alfie?
That's Alfie.
Yeah. Looks like he's just binned it. quite a few out tonight. That's 7 out now, or 80 out.
Yeah,
even.
there was a lot of chaos. There should be many reports tonight.
Yeah, lots of safety cars though, which bunches everyone back up again. So it's always going to be inevitable. We're going to have collisions.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we got the virtual. They got turned into a safety car.
Yeah, because that used up 2 really, didn't it? That was
sort
unfortunate.
of lost the safety car there.
Yeah, we did really. Lap 14 lap old hard tyres for our front 2. If they pit,
must be around the 40-50% mark.
If they pit,
surely.
They're probably coming out just in front of Casey, 26.5 seconds back to Casey from the leader. So if they pit onto fresh tyres, they're probably coming out 7th, or no, 6th maybe. They're probably going to come out 6th, the 2 of those. But with fresh tyres, they're going to be 5 seconds off Corey by the time they've pit.
Corey, the extremist might have a fresh set of softs. I'm not sure if he used all 3 of his sets in.
Oh, that could be interesting. If he's got fresh softs, then he could be a challenger maybe towards the end for a podium potentially.
Yeah.
Depends how quick the mediums drop. Corey is low on battery though, so that could indicate a pit stop soon. If he's pushing hard, it could be his hammer time. Lewis carries on again.
Well, we might have round 2 between DRL Alex and Russian Destroy.
Oh yeah, should we go on board with that one? I'll go on board with Alex, who looks like he's
just made the pass.
Just made the pass on the outside. It's nice.
Yeah, he did go off track there, and he let him back through because he passed him off track slightly.
Right. Okay. So. Well, that's good sportsmanship at least on show at the back of the race at the minute. These two are good 20 seconds off the pace, not really fighting for a point at the minute. I guess the best they can hope for is someone else crashes and then it becomes a fight for a point. But Russian Destroy does have a 3-second penalty anyway, so unlikely. Now,
CJ Drama's lost an end plate. He's lost it out of the final corner.
As he clipped the wall on the outside through the last turn, into the pits he goes, potentially for a wing, which could bring the back 2 into a points fight now. Because CJ Drama does have 3 points. Well, Corey looks like he's just battered the wall on there as well.
He also has a penalty.
As we're on board with an overhead camera of Corey, I'm trying to get his front wing here. Looks like it's okay actually. Corey's probably just about got away with that one. So we're about to head on to the final 5 laps. Sam is on the tail of Corey. Now he's within the 1 second, not quite got DRS at the minute, but he will onto the main straight. Corey pitting now, probably a bit too late in my opinion. I think if you've committed this far, are you going to go to the end? Both the front 2 have no ERS.
Sam should make the move here. He's using all of his battery.
Remember I said AWH Smith was 5 seconds behind Sam after his pit stop?
Yep.
It's down to 3.2.
Wow.
And Sam is getting held up here by Corey as well.
Maybe if you can hold him up a little bit more, then...
I wonder if that's Corey's tactic. If he can hold up Sam through the S's, let F. Lewis get away a little bit maybe as well. Even though he's not got the battery, he probably will still get caught, but they are both closing on F. Lewis actually. And Corey has gone off track there. And he's held the position. Sam hadn't made the move upside, turn 13. This is the second time I've watched Sam do this on the stream, up the inside of turn 13. But Corey,
keeps it.
As he held it around the outside, they are side by side, heading through 14, 15.
Corey keeps the move.
Corey keeps the place into 16. That is incredible racing from those two to not have any contact through those fast sweeping corners. And he's still ahead. DRS now for Sam though. I can see the move getting done here probably. But then Corey will be the one with DRS through the next sector. If he can hold it tight through here. He's dropped back a bit. And AWH Smith looks like he's going to make a move. No battery for Corey. AWH Smith, I'm going to ride on board with him as we head down the back straight. The 2 of them with DRS. Both of them closing in on Sam. Sam takes the outside line.
AWH Smith had to really
back out there because Corey looked like he switched lines quite a bit. But I think that's because Sam just closed the door on the outside. As AWH Smith looking to go down the inside of Corey here. Sam giving the slipstring to Corey. Does Corey make the move up the inside of Sam? He looks like he might go for it. Oh, and he's come back across a little bit there. You can tell who's got the most grip here. Smith. AWH Smith is all over the back of Corey here. He needs to get through to get at Sam. needs to get through probably on this lap as well to have any chance of getting to Sam. Being behind Corey is not going to be helping him there. Oh, and Russian Destroyer's out of the race. That's his chance of a point gone there. Corey really does not have any grip. In the S's, Sector 2 S's before the DRS straight. Faulkner with another 3-second penalty.
Smith is on the outside of Corey, makes the move on Corey.
Through turn 13,
they're rubbing wheels.
Corey's still there, I can see him in his
mirrors. Oh, and he's put Corey in a wall. Oh.
I wasn't
very close racing.
I wasn't on the outside cam there, I was only on the inside cam watching AWH Smith, who doesn't have any ERS left. That is interesting. Sam still has battery. AWH Smith looks like he's used his there to get past Corey, and Corey will be now the car with the DRS. But is AWH Smith close enough to Sam? No, he's not. He's just over a second back. He might get it down the main straight. He might. It's close. I think the extra 4 laps on AWH Smith's tyres could be a big factor here. But he does need a bit of battery, I think, to get past Sam. Because we're well within a second now.
Well, they are both around 2% battery. Sam is on 30%, so it's all about...
Both Corey and
AWH Smith. Yeah, wow. So it's going to be a battle for grip.
How did you find battery recovery tonight? Was it okay or was it difficult?
It was okay.
It was okay.
Safety cars, yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot you had all of those to deal with. So, AWH Smith.
No, it was. He
looks like he's got above 10% now. He's right on the tail of Sam as well. Oh, he's burnt a bit more there. I think if I was him, I'd be sitting behind Sam now.
Just pulled out of Corey's 1 second as well.
I think if I was AWH Smith, I'd be sitting behind Sam, trying to get Sam to burn his battery to stay ahead. It's all very tactical now. You want Sam to burn his battery so that when you go for your attack, you've got the battery. But it doesn't look like he's managing to be able to recover enough to be able to do that. Do you really want to go ahead now? It's a tight one. It's going to be a DRS game, I think, right till the last lap now between these two. They're closing in on F. Lewis, who's doing incredibly well. Oh, as AWH Smith is going for a move. I think the tyres are just so much stronger for him, potentially.
And they have made up 4 tenths on F. Lewis as well, just on that DRS straight.
That'll just be down to the power of the DRS. I wonder if F. Lewis has got a slightly quicker straight line setup than Sam as well. As Sam makes the move back with the battery. That could be a good indicator for Sam going on to the last lap to not panic if AWH Smith gets ahead on that back straight. If he gets through, Sam knows he can probably outdrag
advantage
in battery.
ERS, yeah.
Yeah. But they both can't forget about Lewis. They do still have to catch him and get past him if they want to win this one. I mean, F. Lewis and Corey, 19 lap old hards. That is an incredible stint.
Sonic's Josh is chasing the extremist down.
So he's only 1.8 back at the minute. Should have the grip. Sector 2, we've got a car going slow.
That was Drama. TJ Drama.
And now we are within a second of F. Lewis. This could be close, because they're both going to have DRS now as well. I think AWH Smith has just got to sit behind Sam. He's got to go for the move on the last lap, I think. That's his best shot.
They can't have a repeat from last lap.
No, they've both gone low. Make the move on the 2 cars here. They've got F. Lewis still. F. Lewis is going to lead the cars potentially onto the last lap. There's 3 of them here fighting for the lead. Will Sam get past before the finish line?
He will be.
Just
and he's ahead, so is AWH Smith going down the inside.
Both cars have just taken AWH. Lewis tries to hold it and he has.
Late braking
takes the line through the first 2 corners. That has not helped AWH Smith at all. Sam is now escaping away up the road a bit. He's stuck behind him through sector 1. Sam's already 8 tenths ahead now. They were nose to tail for the past 3 laps.
Had all that grip on the first corner.
I thought he was just going to fly straight on there, but to say he's held that, he's done incredibly well on those tyres. Oh, bit of a squeeze there maybe. But up the inside goes AWH Smith, up turn 13. That's a move we've seen Sam take up multiple times.
There wasn't really a gap there anyway.
No, it was always going to be optimistic going for a move there, but does AWH Smith have anything left to get back to Sam? He's out of DRS.
No.
Sam is probably deploying battery now. Matt Miles with another 3-second penalty there.
It's just started deploying.
I think we could have our winner here in Sam. I think AWH Smith is just too far back. He's not going to get DRS down the back straight. And then
Josh is going to go for a last lap overtake on.
We'll ride on board with Josh then, because we think we know who our winner is. Josh on the outside, into the final turn. Corey up the inside. Ooh. Will Josh get the better line on the exit? This is going to go right to the line with DRS, with ERS. Is Josh making the move as Sam wins the Grand Prix? As Zanuck takes fourth on the line. That is 0.07 of a second between Josh and Corey there. That is an incredibly tight finish between the two. Extra points for the AlphaTauri team. Sam taking the win once again. Not sure who's got fastest lap at the minute, actually. We'll have a look. Who's got it? Sam's winning fastest lap for Sam. So he's made
29.8.
He's made up for a slightly poor qualifying session there, and he's managed to take the win and fastest lap, unless Alex or Bogdan are going to take it here, which I doubt they will on 7 and 8 lap old medium tyres. But that was quite an interesting finish to watch to this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Yeah, it was good to see that Josh actually got him on track, because he was going to get the position anyway.
Down to penalties.
But,
right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised by F. Lewis's pace tonight, really.
Yeah, I mean, he was showing signs of it in Austria. He was battling with the front few, so...
Was he?
Yeah, so last week he was looking quite good. Sam Newton, the driver of the day. It's hard to argue with that one, I think. As now we will have a look at the podium celebrations, and then we'll run through the results for this week in Saudi Arabia. The black screen of death. Nope, thankfully it's the podium. Sam on the top step with AWH Smith fighting and just falling short on the second step. F. Lewis, we have to say that is a fantastic stint on the hards. What was that, 20 odd laps on the hards?
Yeah.
And he's held on for P3. That is incredible, really. You can't argue with that. Now I'll just get a photo of the results for the tables. Unfortunate for you tonight, Parker, down in 14th after your DNF.
That's okay.
There's not a lot you could really do there, is there?
No, that's the thing with this track. It's you have to expect the worst.
I have to say though, tonight we've had Tonga on his debut in the Alfa Romeo, picking up 4 points. DRL Alex as well. I think that's a debut for him as well. Positions. 2 points. They've both moved up 6 and 3 positions respectively, so 6 points for AlphaTauri there. That's quite good. Red Bull with Casey picking up another 8. Alpine getting 10 through Corey. AlphaTauri stretching their lead with 38 points. The Ferraris not picking up a point. Disappointing not to see Kiwi tonight.
Yeah, that will definitely
that would have
boost the AlphaTauri's championship and both driver standings.
Yeah, right. So thank you very much for joining me tonight, Parker. We'll end the stream here for this race. So that was the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix OTA Round 5.